Welcome back, everybody. It's Mark. Real quick, I just wanted to talk about some equipment. I picked up a new reel. We're going to unbox that right now. Tightly packaged unit. Nice feeling foamy grips. It has a 5-to-1 bearing with a 7-to-1 gear ratio. Very lightweight. It's a nice feeling reel. They've given me a KastKing sticker that matches the boat. A warranty card? Oh, this is nice. Labels with the type of line and the date that I put it on there. That's thoughtful. There's more. Hey, this is cool. We have an exploded diagram of the reel. That's pretty neat if you ever have to take it apart. I honestly don't remember buying a reel that had this in it. Kudos to KastKing on that. The how-to thing is quite large. This is like a receipt from CVS. It's got all kinds of handy ideas. It's as well as being the instruction manual. It talks about how to spool a baitcaster, how to set the drag properly on a baitcaster using a scale. It talks about the magnetic brake adjustment as well as the centrifugal brake adjustment, which is, you know, for a lot of people that don't know how to use a baitcaster, this is great. This is really good. How to cast a baitcaster, how to clean a baitcaster. Wow. This is kind of a neat deal, you guys. If you ever pick one of these up, this is some good information if you're new to bait cast fishing. Well, as you saw the unboxing of this KastKing Royal Legend II reel, I picked this up on eBay for $33. There's been a lot of hype about these, and I just wanted to see what they were about, and the price was right. Most of my reels are mid-range. I have a Daiwa Tatula. I have this KVD that I'm really into. I dig this reel. I got it on sale. It's the Smoke S3, and I'm telling you, this is a nice reel. I got it when they were blowing them out when KVD left Quantum. All my bait casters are, you know, they're right around $100-ish reels. This one was $33 on eBay. We're gonna try it out. I picked up this rod. It is a ABU GARCIA Veritas 7'3" medium heavy. And I'm gonna put this on it and see what happens. I can always move them around if I don't like them. And that's the one thing. I know a lot of people like to stick with the same stuff, same reels, same rods, but I don't mind mixing it up. If I find something in the store that I like the feel of, I buy it, and I have all different stuff. I do have another ABU GARCIA. I got an older Vendetta that's a 7.6 heavy that I've had for a long time, and I love that rod. I'll never get rid of it. It's my flipping into the Thule's rod. You can pretty much reel a log in with that. That's why I bought this little combination. Now, this rod I picked up at the Catalog Outlet Center at Bass Pro Shops at Springfield. If you haven't been in there, it's kind of hit and miss. They got a lot of stuff in there, but some of it's a good deal, some of it's not. Everybody knows these are $100. I did spend about 20 minutes going over it just to make sure there was nothing wrong with it. The tag on it said return. The ones that have had some damage to them say reconditioned. You know, we'll see. For 40 bucks, I'm willing to roll the dice. And then another 33 for a reel to go with it. So for under 80 bucks, I got a pretty nice setup now. Let's see how it fits on here. So the ABU GARCIA's got, I've never had a rod that you uncrank like this and open that gap up to get your reel in there. That's kind of new for me. So we're gonna stick it in like so. Nice and snug. Tell you what, it's got a really nice balance to it. You should be able to hold your rod like right in this area and have it balance. Like so. So it's got a really nice weight to it. The only reason that weight is a real issue for rods and reels, in my opinion, is if you're throwing it all day, it will get heavy by the end of the day. And the lighter you can make your tackle, the more energy you're gonna have later on in the day. Pretty simple. Yeah, I haven't decided what kind of line I'm gonna put on this, but I'm thinking 10 or 12 pound fluorocarbon. I'm intending on catching decent sized fish with this rod, and something I've noticed here at Bull Shoals, I've been using 6 pound fluorocarbon, and it will break off. You spend a lot of time bouncing that line across rocks here. And when you nick up fluorocarbon, it doesn't last very long. So I think we're gonna step up the game a little bit with this combination and just see how it goes. I do have 600 yards of P-line, 10 pound fluoro clear, which is fluorocarbon coated. I think I might throw that on there since I have it. We'll see what happens. But, you know, line's fairly inexpensive, so it doesn't bother me to try it out and see what happens. Anyway, I just wanted to show you my new setup. I think it's nice, and it matches. It's got the red and black. This is another banging deal that I got, you guys. I've had this for a while, so don't mind the scuffing and dirt. But this is a Jason Christie Falcon 7-foot medium heavy. And this one has the Daiwa Tatula 6:3 gear ratio. I really like this reel. This reel's badass. And I bought this reel when they were fairly new, and I got one on eBay for 80 bucks, which is about $25 to $30 off a new, depending on where you buy it. So I felt pretty good about that. But this Falcon rod was a score. These were, I think, when they were out, were about 119 new. And Walmart in Tucson, Marana to be exact, decided that they wanted to get into the higher end rod game, which kind of blew my mind because most people that are going into Walmart to buy rods aren't buying the $100 and something jobs. That's just the way it is. And they sat there forever. They had a bunch of them, different brands, all over $100, and they, no shit, sat there for 2 years on the shelf. And one day I went in and they had 2 of these. One was a medium, one was a medium heavy. And the tag on it said $40, $39.99 or something. I looked at it a couple times to make sure I knew what I was getting, and it was the real deal. So I took it straight to the counter and bought it. And when I got up there, the lady said there was an additional discount. So I ended up getting this rod for 30 bucks. Best part about it, made in the USA. But yeah, 30 bucks for this rod. So essentially this setup cost me about $110. Now, I kicked myself in the ass for not buying the other one. I figured, oh, I'll come back and get it. Nobody's gonna buy it. I was wrong. All of the high-end gear was gone within about a week when they dropped the prices of all those $100+ rods. You know, I think when you see good deals, you jump on it. If you can afford it, that's how I buy stuff. I don't need the newest one. I don't need the best one. I need the best deal. So eBay used to be a good avenue to buy fishing equipment, but it's kind of, people have caught on, and it's really not. You can't really find swinging deals anymore. So you're better off, you know, watching store sales and things like that to try to find a good deal. And, you know, for those, there's a lot of people that don't want used equipment, and I don't blame you. But, you know, that's also another avenue to save a lot of money, is to buy, you know, if you know somebody in your fishing club or in your area or Facebook Marketplace or whatever it is you're into, buying stuff, Craigslist. If you know what you're buying, sometimes you can score. Some people are just giving stuff away because they quit fishing or they need money or whatever. It is a good way to buy good equipment cheap. Some people ask me, you know, what kind of spinning reels do you use? All of my spinning reels, for the exception of one, and I got a deal on this from Bass Pro, but I have this Johnny Morris Carbon Light setup. I do like this reel, but they're a little steep, in my opinion, for what they are. but it's a good setup. All of my reels are Pfluger Presidentials. I buy them when they're on sale. I get them for $49 about on sale. I've had zero issues with these reels. I swear by them. And I just don't understand or see the value in buying a, you know, a Stratic or, you know, these $200 to $300 spinning reels. It's just, to me, it's money not well spent. I know I'm going to get lit up for that, but I just don't think you got to spend that much money to go fishing and have decent equipment. My hope is that if somebody watches this, they know there's more than one avenue than going down and buying stuff right out of the store and spending top dollar. We got some big things coming up. I have something in this box that I'm going to share with you guys this week. I'm not ready to do it today, so I think either tomorrow or Thursday, depending if I go fishing on Wednesday, but we're gonna do something big with the boat. And we gotta do a video about the giveaway items for this week's upcoming giveaway number 10. I just wanted to show you that and show you some of my other equipment and what I use. People ask all the time, what kind of equipment do you use? I've been doing it for a long time. Most of my bait casters back in the day though were on steelhead rods and salmon rods for those applications. I used a spinning rod predominantly up in the Northwest when I fished for trout, etc. When I moved to Arizona, I retooled a lot of things. I have about half and half on the boat at all times. I carry about 10 rods, 5 bait casters, 5 spinning rods. And it's funny because, you know, back in the day when I was a kid, I had 1 rod and I made it work. Whatever. I fished for saltwater, whatever happened. I had a 6.6 Fenwick Eagle rod and I used it regardless of where I was at, and it lasted for years. I think I smashed it in a door and that's what happened to it. People that don't fish, you know, they don't understand, like, why do you need 10 rods? Well, you don't. The honest to God truth is you don't need 10 rods. Why do I need 10 rods? Well, you never know what's going to happen. I like to tie up different things on different rods, of course, for different types and styles of fishing, but these days, I'm finding out what's working out here, and I'm tying up 3-4 rods with the same thing on them. If you break it off, or if you feel like it's time, you know, that lure's been beat up, the line's been chafing on rocks and sticks and whatever, you know, you feel like, it might break off, I could just pick up another rod and start fishing with that, and then retie later on without, you know, taking a break if the fishing's hot. If it's not, you know, take your time. Put this in spot lock and tie on a fresh one. But, you know, the real reason to have all this stuff is it's toys. It's no different than golf. You know, do you need $4,000 worth of golf clubs to go play golf? The answer is no. That's just a little overview of some of the equipment that I use on the boat. I want to touch on something. I had a guy like freak out on Saturday when I was up at Bass Pro Shops. I did that little live video of the Tracker Heritages, or the old Bass Tracker, and then the 40-year later model, the Heritage. And he's like, I'm going to unsubscribe from you if you don't start talking about the boat. And I'm like, what else can I talk about? You know, I asked him specifically, what would you like me to talk about that I haven't talked about? I'd like to think that I'm trying to evolve and not just beat the same dead horse. So I do have some videos about the boat that are coming. One is in this box and it's happening this week. It's a big deal, but I don't really know what to say other than, you know, if you really don't like what I'm doing, don't watch. It's not rocket science. You know, don't threaten that you're going to unsubscribe. Just do it. I'm not here for the money. Everybody that watches me knows I give all of the money back in all these giveaways. Something that people don't think about is how much it costs to ship all this stuff I give away. Sometimes the shipping costs more than the items I purchase. So, you know, I'm not blowing my horn there, and you guys that know me know that I'm not. It's just, the same guy has now complained a couple times in the last couple months, and it's like, why bother then? That's how I feel about it. I appreciate you guys watching, checking out the channel. If you liked it, like it, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. All right, we'll see you in the future. Have a great night. Take it easy.